Hey guys, Kevin here with Texas Better Power Outdoors. Okay, so we're at a yard here and we're gonna do some backyard renovation, get it looking pretty good. So we got a long flower bed here, and what we want to do is clean all that out with leaves. We got a small bed over here, clean the weeds out, the leaves out, and we're gonna put down some fresh mulch. And the backyard here, we're gonna be doing a lot back here. A lot going on. They got a cool looking pool back there with some nice rock and some sago palms over there. All right, so that's what we're going to put here, is the mulch. Now as we come up to this section here, this is his grill, and what we're going to end up doing is we're going to build what we're going to call a grill pad, and it's going to be about 7.5 feet this way by about, I think it's 5.5 or 6.5 this way, I can't remember. And we're going to go down probably about maybe 3 inches or so, and square that up. And then we're going to level it after we dig down, level that out whatever it's going to be at, and then we're going to bring in pavers, or our frames. We're going to use 1 by 5 inch or 5.5 inch boards to frame it up, and then our steel stakes. On 2 on each side, 2 here, 2 there, the back side, and the other 2. That's going to keep your frame together, as well as a couple screws. Then we're going to put our paver base sand down, our paver sand, and get that leveled out. And then on top of that, we're going to interlock paver base, which is a foam board that locks together. And then we're going to put either flagstone or whatever kind of stone on top. And then we're going to spread out some sealcrete, water that down, and it will harden, and that will help weeds and grass from growing up through the cracks of that section there. So we're going to go ahead and clear all of this out, all the weeds. We're going to fill this in with black mulch. Now on this section here, this transformer box is kind of, not exactly a cool thing to look at. So we have a tall fence here. So we're going to build a fence that's going to come out about right here, just in front of this little part here where that telephone line is, and then to about right here, about a foot on the other side. We want about a foot clearance on all sections, and that fence is probably going to be between 4 and 5 feet tall, but it's going to match the same color as that or close to it. That way it'll hide that, and they'll probably put a couple pots of plants on top of that that are going to bloom outwards, so you're not going to be able to see that guy, and so that'll be good. So here we got this white rock, so we're going to rake all of this white rock out. This guy's going to be gone. We're going to pull up these weed barriers. Weed barriers, in my opinion, are trash and a waste of time. There's good techniques out there for preventative maintenance where you do not need that stuff. That's trash. My opinion only, by the way. So we're going to rake all that out and pull all the weeds out, get it down to the fresh soil, and we're going to put black mulch, also spread that out here. Probably get up here. We'll leave these bushes here. So we're going to leave these bushes that are here. We'll move these pots and put them back. So it's going to go all the way down here to that edge there. Now what the customer is going to do is we're going to pull all this white rock, we're going to put it here, and then the customer is going to come out, and they've been clearing out a little bit here. We're going to spray our prosecutor in here and also put down Pre-M, and that's really going to help clean this up, keep those weeds out, and he's going to put in the bigger white rock in here, so that'll be good. Okay, so we have that. That's phase 1. Phase 2 will be this flower bed here. You got your hibiscus there that have the red buds that are real pretty. So on this flower bed here, which is 14 paces long by 3 feet wide, and so we're going to clear all of this out as far as the weeds and junk, and just get it freshened up a little bit. Get black mulch in there so it looks good. And then here, that's phase 2. Now phase 3 is going to be probably the most back-breaking phase out of all 3 phases. There's only 3 here. We need to dig down about 3 to 4 inches. We need to pull up all of this sod and a little bit of the soil. We got 3 French drains here. We got 1 French drain, 3 catch basins. We have 1 there, we have 1 there, and we have 1 over there. So what we're going to do here is we're going to dig all of this out. Okay, we're going to dig all of that out down to 3 or 4 inches, and then there's a couple different options that the customer and I are kind of thinking about. One, we could put down white rock like this, or another type of color. I was suggesting a color that's going to match closer to these types of stones here, like those. And I think if we had the black mulch here, the black mulch over here, and the 1 to 3 inch stones that are in this color, but down in this, I think that would look incredible. Now, that would go all the way down. And the reason you want to dig down a few inches is because of your deck there, your little sidewalk area. You don't want to be tripping coming this way. So we want to dig down a little bit, allow room for that rock, and you want to have about 3 inches of rock. So you see here, this what happens when you put down rock and it's too thin of a layer. Dogs come out, they play around. Now he's been raking, but there's some areas here where the dog would take off running and it would kick rocks out and then you'd have the soil. So we want about 3 inches of rock. That way that doesn't happen. Now, these 3 catch basins, you don't have to worry about the small rocks that are this size here, 1 to 3 inches, interrupting the water flow, because the water will flow through those rocks and find its way down to the catch basin. So that's very important. So that'll happen. Now what we may end up doing is we may take that pipe, cut that pipe down a little bit more, and drop that catch basin a little bit further down. So once we get to that point, once we get digging, we'll see what we're working with, what we need to do. So sometimes when you're doing a bigger project that involves digging, you'll have a general idea of what you need to do, but sometimes there's a couple hiccups along the way that you don't know until you encounter it, and then you work around that and figure out what you got to do. You just adapt and overcome is all it is really on backyard makeovers like this. So the other option was putting down flagstone. Now if we were to put down flagstone, that's a much more labor intensive project, because you dig down still about 3 or 4 inches, and probably about 4 inches, and then about 4 inches, 4 or 5 inches. What'll happen is you dig down, you have to get everything level. Now you do want a slight grade to your catch basin, so you have to keep that in mind. It's level as far as your line goes. Even if it's a little tilted down like this, that's okay. I'm not talking about perfectly level this way. Then you put down your paver sand, and then your paver base, and then your flagstone, and then your sealcrete. So, but I think we're gonna go with the option that is the stone. So he's gonna look up a couple different colors of stones, but 1 to 3 inches is what we're gonna be using, and I think that's what we're gonna put here. So the product that we're gonna put down in this area here will be probably the prosecutor. That's something he could spray once a month, and after about a month or two, when it gets into that ground, it'll be just fine. You won't see anything. It'll clean it up good. So we got a pretty good sized project here. We won't be able to do it all in one day. I'm going to be doing most of it. My buddy Vela from Faith Lawn Services, you can check him out on YouTube. He's going to be helping me out a little bit, and his son Chris. But it's a big project, so we're doing it in 3 phases. And then we have work in the front yard to do too. We'll cover that on another video. So here, the way I do it on this project, since it's 3 phases, I'm going to price all 3, and then we're just going to do 1 phase at a time. Be easier to do, and then we won't start the next one until that's over, until that phase is complete. So phase 3 is the very last one. We'll do the 2 beds first, and then move to the last one. The reason we're doing that is because we're going to be going up and down here constantly working on these 2 beds. So you want that to be the last thing that you do, so when you're done walking on it and working, you're done. It's clean, it's ready to go for the customer, and then back here is going to look fantastic. So you'll be joining us. We're going to be starting phase 1 actually on Monday. I'm going to come out and start working in this bed and get things rolling. And I won't be able to work all day, but I'll work some, and then my buddy Vela will come back the following week, and then we're going to start knocking it out really pretty good. It won't take long to do these 2 phases, to go pretty quick. The pad here will take a while, probably not quite a whole day, but we want to make sure we get it set right. So what's going to happen is it will come out here. So basically you just draw a square right there, so he can come out here, do his thing, grill and cook and stuff like that, and he's standing on a hard surface, not in the dirt or mulch, or not standing on these boards getting wet or anything like that. So anyways, if you guys have any questions about about this project that we're going to be doing, just let me know. Drop in the comment section down below. You know, we do a lot more than just cut grass. You know, that's why I changed the name from Texas Veteran Lawn Service to Texas Veteran Power Outdoors, as far as the YouTube channel, our Facebook, and our Instagram. The business name is still Texas Veteran Lawn Service, but we do so much. And I say we, but 99.9% of the time it's me that does everything. So anyways, hope you guys are having a good weekend. Let me know what you think about this backyard renovation. I'd like to hear your thoughts. I'm Kevin with Texas Veteran Power Outdoors. We'll see you next time.